I made a thing this morning, and now that I've made it, I can see ways I would have made it differently. I'm Michelle, this is my romantic tangle, and I'm going to tell you about the Needlebook that I made. This started out as an excuse to buy some of these stickers from the Dollar Tree because if I can make something out of them, I can justify buying them. For the outside cover, I'm going to use a piece of brown paper grocery bag. I'm going to glue some scrap cardboard to give it some strength, and then over that, to camouflage my really super classy Ritz box, I'm going to use some scrap paper from an old work basket magazine that I bought to use in junk journaling. And for my inner pages, I thought about buying some felt, I thought about trying some muslin, and then I realized the acceptance sampler has a whole lot of leftover linen at the bottom. This is not something I'm enthused about stitching on, so I'm just going to cut my pages from it. I folded and tore the paper because that would give me the soft edges that I wanted more than the sharp kind of edge I would get with a rotary cutter. And I cut myself 2 pieces of cardboard to glue inside to give it a little reinforcement. And then, like I said, my old pieces of work basket magazine to camouflage it. I'm using an ad for vintage embroidery, which just seems perfect for this project. And another bit of sewing stuff that came from the same page. I'm going to glue these all down and then figure out what size I need to cut my linen to make the inner pages. And I didn't realize until I opened them up that the stickers come on clear plastic, so you can actually hold it up against your background and see how the sticker you're going to use is going to look, and that is going to make my decision making a little easier. I'm kind of torn between the phone and the light bulb and the phonograph, and originally I was going to use the sewing machine because Needlebook, but actually, I like at least of the other choices. Maybe I could make a whole bunch of Needlebooks. I folded it together. I stitched it with some sock yarn that I had laying around that seemed like it would be a good color to go with the rest of the project. And I put my needles in it. Now that it's done, I can see some things that I would have done differently, including measuring my end papers so they would line up on both the front and the back, and not fringing the edge of the linen that was going to be sewn into the binding of the book. But it was fun. I have had the materials for this and the idea for this sitting for weeks and just never quite got the nerve to jump and do it. So now that it is done, I am glad I did it. If I do it again, I will do it a little bit differently and a little bit better. And I've got to tell you, it was scary to use up. It should not have been scary to use up my sticker. It should not have been scary to use up a couple of little bits of old embroidery advertising because I have a bunch of work basket magazines and I'm sure these same exact ads are in most of them. I'm going to use it. I'm going to keep my needles in it. And at some point, I think I will make a better, happier version. But looking at how long it took me to get around to taking the jump and making this one, I wouldn't hold my breath. Let me know, when you want to try something new, do you have a hard time taking that jump and just doing it? Or is that just my problem? I'm Michelle. This is my romantic tangle. I will be back with you with more videos soon. And in case you're concerned, my sampler still has lots and lots of fabric around the edges for finishing. I'm not in a hurry to do that.